What's up, guys? Welcome back to Making the Season. Today I'm going to do a review on one of the first trail cam cameras that I picked up. At the time I picked this up, it was the only camera I had, and I just started displaying it everywhere in the woods and anywhere I could in the woods. Went up and checked this camera and had some pictures on it. This is a Wild Game Invasion trail camera. I did pick it up at Cabela's. I don't know, it's been such a long time since I purchased it. I think roughly 60, 70 bucks maybe at the time, maybe even 50 I believe. But it is a trail cam that doesn't have no glow, and if you guys don't know what no glow is, go and check out my other video that is talks about no glow and cameras that don't have no glow. So anyways, the lights up here do glow when they're in the trees, and animals can see them. So I didn't know that at the time when I put this bad boy up on a tree. Actually, I had to get different more bungees, because this trail camera comes with two of these size bungees. Oops, dropped one. Two of these size bungees, and it really limited the tree that I could put this camera on. Anyways, besides that, I just got two because there is no strap pockets on this Wild Game Invasion camera, which I didn't really like too much of that either, because you could always go out and actually buy straps for trail cameras for a couple bucks if you need a bigger one. Anyways, as I talk, I'll actually go ahead and put some pictures from this trail camera up as we talk, some new ones, some old ones, and you guys can kind of see the picture quality. I know at nighttime this camera didn't do very well at night. This camera actually would blow some pictures out with the infrared flash to where the animal is completely white. Didn't quite like that. And there's some other Wild Game Invasion trail cameras that I have that I just recently bought that are kind of the same way. Other than that, very easy to use. You just flip open the bottom two latches, and I mean, this thing's rode some miles in my pack, and it's got some wear here and there on the edges and stuff. But other than that, up here on these points, trail camera still takes pictures. It's still working. I haven't had an issue with that. You do have a power button on the front here, and when you're setting up your trail camera, you can push that button and move around, and this little red light will light up, so it tells you that you have your self-motion. Back then I didn't actually know that, and I didn't know that until actually like 2 years ago. So I was just playing around, was like, oh, whoa, cool. I was in the mountains, like, oh, sweet. Anyways, with that said, the pictures are kind of cropped pictures. They're not your full 16:9 pictures that come out of this trail camera. The megapixels ain't very high that come out of this trail camera, but they still do good enough. I mean, pretty good quality still for an older camera. It only runs off of 8 AA batteries, and you only have to put those AA batteries in this trail camera once for the season. Unlike some of these other higher end trail cameras where you have to run the Duracells and the Energizers, this isn't one of those cameras. You could slap some batteries in here. I wouldn't go to the dollar store and take this to the mountains and throw it up. Another thing that I like about this is it's pretty simple. You push the on button, turns on the little display screen here, and down below here you actually got a bunch of buttons that has a couple arrows on, has an arrow going up, arrow going down, and then an enter button, and then a reset button. And your 32 gigabyte SD card could go here as well. But you toggle up and down, you check your date, what you want, pictures. I believe this camera actually does some 720p video or 720p video, whatever. Just low format video. I haven't really messed with that much. I just use this as a picture cam. Anyways, once you get that set up, you slap this together and slap it up on a tree. If you set it up while you're at home, which I like to do with my trail cameras, so that the date and time's ready, so all you have to do is pull it out of your pack, slap it to a tree, and push the on button, and you're good to go, and you can just roll out. Some cameras, which I don't like, will actually make you do that each time the camera turns off and on. This camera is very good at keeping the date and the time. Anyways, I don't own any more of these trail cameras, but I still do put this trail camera up in the woods. I really just looked into other trail cameras after owning this one. I did have an elk bump this trail camera around, which I'll put a couple pictures, and I also had some deer nose diving it, pushing it around, and that's one thing that you gotta understand about infrared trail cameras. That's gonna happen. Kind of poor band idea, I guess. That's kind of cool, but kind of not, because you're limited to what trees you can put it on. But anyways, this is the Wild Game Invasion T8i 14C, which would be your version down here in the bottom door. So if you have this trail camera, you kind of know. For a beginner trail camera, I mean, this one worked for me. I just had the money, bought it on sale, and took it out, threw it up in the woods. And one thing, this camera does take pictures, and it gets pictures. So that's one of the reasons why I keep putting it up. It actually took a picture of a nice bull this year. He didn't even know it was there. It's not that noisy. You can kind of hear a click sound when it takes a picture. But anyways, I wanted to go ahead and do kind of a quick review of this Wild Game Invasion camera, which you guys could probably see online if you look it up. Looks just like this one. And yeah, till next time, I'll talk to you guys later.